Ciao a tutti, I'm Francesca Lamanna and I'm a fashion and portrait photographer based in Rome, and today we are shooting in this wonderful location called Marta. So you got it right, it's not a person, it's actually the name of the town where we are right now. And the lake you can see behind me is called the Bolsena Lake. I think this location is really wonderful, so that's why I chose to shoot here, and also because our model today will be Letizia, and she has beautiful red hair and beautiful freckles, so I think this is the perfect landscape for her. So let's see what's going to happen. Letizia is not a professional model, so in today's video I'm going to give you some tips on how to pose someone who's not a model. About the makeup, we went for a natural look. As I explained in one of my previous videos, when the sun is still high, you can decide to shoot in the shade, so you don't have any harsh shaders on your model's face. When you shoot with someone who's not a professional model, she might feel uncomfortable in front of the camera. It is your job to make her feel at ease. What do? I talk a lot, maybe a little bit too much to be honest, but that works great. Trust me, once you have a connection, a relationship with your subject, it is going to be so much easier. Another thing that you have to keep in mind when you shoot someone who's not a model is that you will have to give more directions than usual. Anyway, my suggestion is don't give too many, otherwise your subject, your model, will feel lost and confused, and you don't want that. So give her some freedom to move around as well. Whenever you shoot a fashion campaign or editorial, your main focus must be the dress. If your stylist is not there with you to help you, you are the one in charge to take care of every single detail on the dress so that it looks perfect in the photos. Okay, I'm still shooting with the 50mm lens, and we are playing with the pomegranates now. We are pretending they're like ice, and then we're going to take some photos as she sits down with a nest full of pomegranates. I must admit, as soon as I saw this dress, I completely fell in love with it, so that's why I took so many photos of it. Whenever you have a favorite piece in the wardrobe, and I'm sure that happens all the times, you shouldn't photograph it first, especially when you're shooting with someone who's not a professional model. And the reason is the same that I said before. The very first photos are always the most awkward ones. It is always a good idea to plan everything in advance so you can choose the best props for your shooting. Lucrezia is really an amazing makeup artist. Make sure you check her Instagram, I'm going to leave the link down below. She helped me a lot during the shooting. Here she's holding a panel for me to block some light that was coming through the trees. Talking about props once again, I believe they're truly important also for another reason. They are objects that your model can use to feel more natural and comfortable in front of the lens. Whenever I shoot with someone who's not a model, I always prepare a folder on my phone with a lot of images and poses she can get inspiration from. As you certainly know if you watched my other videos, the golden hour is absolutely my favorite one because of these beautiful golden and warm tones. Plus, given the concept and the idea behind the whole shooting, this was the perfect light for our shots. During the golden hour, you will be able to take shots in direct sunlight because the light is not strong. But sometimes it will be difficult for your model to keep her eyes open anyway, so it's a good idea to count to 3. After the photos in direct sunlight, I took some backlit photos. I didn't mind catching sunbeams around, that's why I didn't use any lens hood. But if you want to be sure you don't catch any sunbeams, just make sure you use one. Now, if you want your model to hate you for the rest of your life, this is a great tip. Just ask her to stand in the freezing cold water for 5 or even 10 minutes. Why not? Jokes aside, I really wanted to create beautiful photos in the lake, playing with the reflections. And I wanted these photos to look like film, so that's why in post-production I tried to give them that pinkish and warmer look. I believe Letizia is very, very beautiful. I love her freckles and her beautiful hair. So I wanted to take some classical portraits of her, and I believe that black and white is the best choice for these photos. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. When the sun went down, it felt like we were living in a painting. So with this completely and almost surreal landscape all around us, I decided to shoot our last outfit. To be honest, this dress was the black sheep in the wardrobe. Not because it's not beautiful, but because it was very different from all the other outfits. So I was not sure whether to shoot it or not. But in the end, I think it works really great with this scene. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumb up and you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future videos. Grazie mille, ciao!